Breaking news. Welcome to today's headlines. Malami is dead. How Malami died after brief illness in Cairo emerged. Malami is dead. How Malami died after brief illness in Cairo emerged. To my dear listeners, from wherever you're listening from, please stay tuned as I read today's news. Malami is dead, and details of how Malami died after a brief illness in Cairo have emerged. The editor Nigerian report that Alhaji Shehu Malami, a famous businessman, who is the Yarima of Sokoto, is dead. This online news understands that Malami, aged 85, died on Monday in Cairo, Egypt, where he lived. He was briefly ill. A statement by the Sokoto state government late on Monday night confirmed the former Nigerian High Commissioner of South Africa's demise. It is with sublime submission to the will of Allah that I received the news of the death of an illustrious son and warned the leaders of the Sokoto Caliphate, Alhaji Shehu Malami, second Sultan of Wuno. Aged 85, the late potentate was an accomplished banker, an industrialist whose footprints are still visible on the national landscape. Vastly educated and referred to as the Oxford man, late Alhaji Malami was born in Sokoto, where he had his early education. He was also at basic schools at Bidal and Katsina. Later, he was variously in colleges in England for his GCE, ordinary and advanced levels. Later, he bagged a degree in law from the Middle Temple, London, and was a visiting scholar at Wolverhampton College, Cambridge. He was also an associate member of St. Anthony's College, Oxford. Back home, he worked as private secretary and then as special assistant to Sultan Sadiq Abubakar. He also had a stint at the BBC as a broadcaster. He moved on to great heights, becoming a technocrat and banker. On the international scene, his presence was felt as a member of the International Advisory Council of the World Economic Forum Foundation, Geneva, Switzerland. Humble and astute, he would be remembered as a repository of the norms and values that make Sokoto Caliphate tick. His knowledge of the country, its politics, and its economy would also be missed on the national scene, especially this time of another democratic transition. On behalf of the government and good people of Sokoto State, I join His Eminence the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Muhammad Sahad Abubakar, in praying for the repose of his soul. May Jannatul Firdaus be his abode. May Allah grant his family and well-wishers the fortitude to bear his irreplaceable loss. Amen. The statement signed by Aminu Tambuwal, Governor of Sokoto State, reads: Malami is dead, and details of how Malami died after a brief illness in Cairo have emerged. The editor Nigerian report that Alhaji Shehu Malami, a famous businessman who is the Yariman of Sokoto, is dead. This online news understands that Malami, aged 85 on Monday in Cairo, Egypt, where he lived, he was briefly ill. A statement by the Sokoto state government late on Monday night confirmed the former Nigerian High Commissioner of South Africa's demise. It is with sublime submission to the will of Allah that I received the news of the death of an illustrious son and warned the leaders of the Sokoto Caliphate, Alhaji Shehu Malami, second Sudar of Wuno. Aged 85, the late potentate was an accomplished banker and industrialist whose footprint was still visible on the national landscape. To my dear listeners, now I've come to the end